They say every small town has its secrets. Mine has one that never fades. A story about a house and the night I learned what waits inside it. There's an old family home near my village high school. Everyone knows the place. Huge courtyard, cracked pillars, and an iron gate that never closes right. The family who lives there, they're my relatives. Rich, old, respected, and haunted by something no one dares to name. A few years back, my uncle, one of the elders, passed away. It wasn't unexpected, but what followed, none of us could have imagined. My mother and I were in town, so we went to pay our respects. It's what people do. You show up even if grief feels distant. When we arrived, the courtyard was crowded. Men sat silently, heads bowed. Women stayed inside, whispering, some crying softly. Under a small canopy, the body was being prepared. It lay on a wooden cot. But right beside it, another cot was being built, a second one. At first, I thought it was just a spare, or maybe for another ceremony. But no one mentioned it. No one even looked at it. The air felt heavy, like it was waiting for something. A little while later, the prayer call echoed faintly. Everyone gathered. The funeral began. One body, one prayer, one goodbye. But as I stood there, my eyes kept going back to that second cot. It was still there, covered neatly in white cloth, empty, waiting. After the burial, I noticed something else. 2 graves had been dug side by side. I asked an older man quietly, "Why 2?" He looked at me, his face unreadable, and said, "You'll know soon enough. Go home." We left the house, but that second grave haunted my thoughts. An hour later, my phone rang. It was my cousin. His voice was shaking. "Are you sitting down?" he asked. Another family member, the younger brother of the man who'd just been buried, had suddenly died. He attended his brother's funeral earlier that day, perfectly fine, until he wasn't. We rushed back to the house. The second cot was no longer empty. They placed his body beside his brother's and buried them both in the 2 graves that had been waiting all along. Later that night, my mother told me what she had heard. Apparently, in that family, there's a pattern. Whenever someone dies in that house, another death follows within hours, one after another, sometimes 2, sometimes 3, all in the same day. That's why they always prepare 2 cots every time someone dies and dig 2 graves before the first funeral even begins. I didn't want to believe it, but the timing was too perfect, too real. When I asked what caused it, no one could say. Some blamed the land, some whispered about an old sin, a promise never kept. I never found the truth. Maybe someday I will. Maybe one day, when it happens again, I'll finally know who dies next. But until then, I'll stay far away from that house, far from its gates, far from the second cot that's always waiting. And that is the story of the house with 2 coffins.